Alrighty, what's up, everyone? This is a new podcast called The Analyst, The Athlete, and the Dropout. I myself am the Dropout, and I'm gonna let the other boys introduce themselves.
All right. I'm Ben. I'm the analyst. I like dick in my mouth.
No. Oh, okay.
Wow,
Okay, guys.
upfront about it.
I'm-
All right.
We're getting straight to the point here, boys. Okay. Well, okay. I'm Brendan. I am the quote unquote athlete, and I don't like dick in my mouth.
Huge disclaimer. I don't either. I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
No,
So
well,
you're saying you should be the comedian? Is that what we're saying?
well, it wasn't
Some
very
people
funny.
might say
So
you laughed. Shut up.
Look at this guy, funny guy in the chat.
Hey, we all try to be funny sometimes. I thought this was a comedy podcast.
I mean, it's pretty much an everything podcast. I think. I don't think we
Yeah,
have
fair
a
enough.
genre.
yeah,
Hey.
I like that.
We gotta
Alright.
keep them hooked, though, right?
Alrighty, I myself am the other Ben. Most people call me Bubs or Bubbles. So
Because he's
I
ugly.
just realized that this would be the BBB podcast, the Ben Brendan.
Yeah, but wouldn't Big Baller Brand like try to sue us if we ever actually succeeded?
Probably. So that's why we're not going to do that. And also, who called
probably
me
a
by
good
my first
idea.
name?
Alrighty.
Anyway.
So yeah. I dropped out of college. That's about all with me.
That's Bubsy's story. That's why he's the dropout.
Yep.
Bubs, I
Pretty
feel
much
like that.
sums him up pretty good too. Like if you think about it.
Yeah. Now he's
That's all
got
you need to
literally all the time in the world to do whatever he wants.
Yeah. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm not the dumbest, but I'm down there, so
You'd be on the list for sure.
yeah.
And in Bubsy's
Oh.
defense, though, I took that program like last year, and it's definitely something that you shouldn't be doing online. It's definitely an in-person program,
Yeah.
no question.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying.
Are you planning on like reapplying when it's not online, or do you want to
Honestly,
do something?
okay. I liked the program. I really liked it, but doing it online was a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah, online in general sucks, but I can imagine that program would be awful.
Yeah.
So
But
do you
I mean,
want like an
I want
in-person
to.
dropout and an online dropout, or like what are we going for here? Like
A good amount of people did like drop out of that program or like drop classes because there was a lot of people in that program that were just like not the smartest, and I mean that like it like dumber than Bubs in a book in like a school sense.
I gotcha.
Bro, I'm okay. I am somewhat smart when it comes to it in a school sense.
Yeah,
No.
like you're like it's
No.
not like
I
Bubs out
said
here like failing
somewhat.
class.
I didn't say I was. I didn't say I was. I said I somewhat was.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not like Bubsy was like in high school like failing every class sort of thing. Like he did it, he put the work in, and he'd like pass all his
Yeah.
shit or whatnot.
Yeah, I got like
True.
70s and 80s and shit.
He's just kind of an airhead.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Even so, like the dropout rate from Canadian post-secondary institutions is like 50% by like Christmas your first year, which is insane.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, Bubs, you fit 50% of the demographic. So
Fucking sick.
you're just average, buddy.
Well, at
He's
least
just your
one
regular
thing about me
everyday
is
normal guy.
average.
You fucking you're a sick boy. Oh my.
I didn't even hear that. I was making a reference.
Ugh. He was also making a reference.
Yeah.
So there's two references. I didn't hear Bubsy's.
They were simultaneous.
Yeah, I know. We started talking at the same time.
All right.
Well, I feel like we should kind of go over some stuff that we might talk about if people are interested, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll go over some interests. So Benny wants to go first. Shoot us with some of your expertise, if you will.
I don't know. My area of expertise tends to be, I feel I'm pretty knowledgeable about the NBA. So if
Not women, that's for sure.
hey.
Hey.
I think
Hey
that
now.
in general, men and women just don't understand each other, and there's like actual science behind that too. Like the way men's brains think like sort of like black and white, and women's brains are more like abstract. So we tend to misunderstand each other a lot. I think I have a better understanding of women than like a decent amount of people. At least I've gained that knowledge, but I definitely don't know everything. Anyway,
Yeah, fair enough.
anyways,
I mean,
I think the
I
only
live.
guy that knows everything is Dan Belzerian.
I think the reason why
Bro, I don't
I'm
even
called
think he knows everything.
no, nobody knows everything. Women don't know everything about women. Ask them where they want to
Yeah.
eat, they don't even know who they are anymore. They fucking they
They're
forget.
just blank.
Yeah, you ask a woman any question about themselves, and they're just like, I don't know what I like. I don't know what my interests are. I don't know where I want to eat. Who am I? What's my name? Where are we?
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Uh,
Anyways, to
yeah,
get
but
back
I
on
mean,
track. To get back on track.
I live with my mom and my sister, so and I'm the only guy in the house, so I feel like I have a decent understanding of shit that goes down.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
To get back on track. We called me the analyst. That's just kind of how my brain works a lot. Part of that has to do with that basketball thing I mentioned before. Actually, one of my dream jobs is to be like an NBA analyst, like go on a panel sort of thing.
yeah, that'd be sick.
Instead of those fucking just talking heads, like they have those guys there who are just like saying whatever just to get views and shit. I'd rather actually like talk about the game and dissect it and really make people like actually knowledgeable instead of just like yelling shit like I want Iguodala. You know what I mean? Like
I get
I
that.
feel you. But I mean, that is a good meme now, though. So
it is. It is. It's starting to get a little overplayed, but it's a good meme. And also that's just kind of how my brain works in everyday life too. You know, literally analyzing stuff. I like to take stuff step by step. If there's like some sort of debate or argument, I try to like look at, all the little factors and stuff, go into it, and I try to explain shit down to the core. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe occasionally on this podcast, we might talk a little bit of basketball. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of it, I think, is just going to be us just chatting.
a little bit of everything,
A little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some personal stories. We'll see.
I'm
Shit,
completely
some
fine with
funny
that.
stories.
I'm an open book.
We
Yep.
got lots of those funny stories.
Got a
Great.
lot of good sneak it out at 4 a.m. moments, so
That has happened.
it has happened with the boys here.
All right. Jones, introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, well, all right, boys. Well, we decided to call me the athlete just
'Cause
because,
he's
I don't know.
the only one here who doesn't have a body that resembles some sort of dad bod.
Fair.
Yeah.
I take pride in my athletic ability, and I like running and working out and doing shit, but COVID's kind of dicking all my sports at the moment, so we're just chilling
Oh
on
my
that
god,
factor.
no kidding.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of us are better at specific sports than others, but I think Jones is definitely the most athletic, just down to physique and everything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
I think a lot of
freaking out
it's
that I
like,
can't play hockey, so
yeah,
Yeah. Hockey's fun. I want to play basketball. Like I don't get any exercise anymore because I'm lazy. If it was like warm out and stuff, I'd be out in the driveway. And I want baseball.
Oh,
dude,
if
I
it
don't
was-
know. I don't know what's wrong
What?
with my brain. Like I woke up the other day and it was like -14 outside, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna go for a run.
Dude, I
Why?
did the exact same thing. It was like -11, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go for a run. And I went out in just a long sleeve and some track pants, and that was about it.
And then your lungs freeze because the air is so dead and cold.
Yeah, and dry,
Yeah, it's not
and
not ideal.
your lungs burn.
Yeah, and then you get back and you take a shower, and then your whole body's on fire because your body's cold and the water's hot. Not ideal. It's not
Oh,
a great time.
Yeah, if you're cold, you kind of gotta like ease it into it. or if you're hot,
No,
you gotta
honestly,
start with a little bit
okay,
cooler water.
you can call me crazy, but after a long run, I like to take a cold shower.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, 'cause you're like a little overheated, right? So if you use like hot water, like
Yeah.
you're sweating, you're overheated. You want to like cool it down a
Yeah, I
bit.
like that.
That sounds
Fantastic.
good
All right.
so far.
So, Jones, what are some things you'd like to talk about on this podcast?
Well, honestly, as much as I fit that athletic persona, I think we're going to talk a lot about some Star Wars shit, boys. I think I like
Oh
that.
hell yeah!
We could do
Let's talk
some go into
about
depth and about some stuff
I
about
like
that.
that.
But
nerd shit. Would
also,
be
I feel like we can talk some basketball because I feel like me and Bubs know tiny little bits and Ben knows a lot. And then if we talk about football, like I know a lot, and then the boys know a little bit, so we can kind of get different perspectives on that kind of stuff. And
Yep. I
I
know
feel
the
like
Yeah.
we can talk about how much school sucks for two of us, and then and then just life being 19, 20, and 2021.
shit. I am almost 20,
There's a lot of stuff we can unpack in that. So
dude. My birthday's in less than a month. Holy shit! I'm gonna be 20.
yeah,
I'm starting to feel old. I feel like I'm gonna actually have to be
we're
responsible or something.
halfway to 40, boys.
Oh, responsibility is nothing that I'm gonna get into.
Oh yeah, I am well aware of that,
Cool, Bubs.
Mr. Dropout.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, some shit that I'd like to talk about is, I mean, surprisingly, me being the dropout and shit like that, but like some like scientific type shit.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like
Yeah, I'm down.
for instance, like when the fuck can't even speak anymore.
You never were able to.
No, yeah, true. But when
Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared
the
for a lot of ums and uhs.
yes, when like the scientific thing they did on psychedelic mushrooms and what it does to the brain, like connecting pathways in your brain that usually aren't connected when you don't take psychedelic mushrooms and shit like that. That type of shit
Yeah,
I'd like to get into.
That's cool shit.
Yeah, I'm
We
down.
can even
We
just
can-
talk like random history or random facts and shit.
Yeah.
Like example, dude. You think about historical empires, right? What comes to mind as like the big ones to you guys?
Greece.
Bubs?
Yeah, like Greece, Rome, historical empires. When England was fucking going on a rampage around the world, that's definitely one of them.
True.
Bubsy hit the nail on that one. Kind of surprised
Yeah.
nobody mentioned the Mongols, but the British Empire.
Okay,
True.
that's one thing. The Mongols I want to get into, and the Ying dynasty, like the Japanese Chinese dynasty.
But the British Empire, largest in history, the amount of land that they had was almost as big as the surface area of the entire moon.
Seriously? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's fucking
it
insane.
was larger than the whole surface area of Pluto. Bigger.
Wow.
That's
What
how
was-
much
They had
what-
most of the world at one point.
What was
Yeah,
Rome?
why English is
Because I
such a
remember
common
Rome
language.
went.
Rome just
Remember-
swallowed the entire Mediterranean for breakfast,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
huge, but it's not as big as the British, obviously, or I think the Mongols were bigger.
Yeah, because I remember that in certain parts in England there, I don't know if they're still there or not, but there were old Roman artifacts from the in England and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Did the Romans ever make it? I don't think. Did they make it to England, or were those like brought back by the English?
they could have been brought back. I'm not sure if they made it or not. That's something that
Yeah.
we'd have to do research on.
They might have sailed there because I know they didn't even get like that far west in Europe. They were stopped, but I don't know if they like sailed to England. I think they.
Probably not. I wouldn't think.
I don't know. All right. What's
That would be some research we would have to be doing.
Yeah, but okay, back to that psychedelic thing, because this is something that I wanted to talk about on this podcast. So I'm
right.
going to jump right into it, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so during the like evolution age, from like monkey to man type shit.
Yep.
Monkey.
Monkey. There's a big gap in in that history. There's a big gap where we don't really know what happened to let us evolve. And
I know.
one
what it was.
One type thing that historians and science guys are thinking about is that psychedelic mushrooms is that when we were in the monkey stage, what we would eat them and it would connect the pathways that haven't been connected before.
That's called the stoned monkey ape theory, isn't it? Stoned ape theory.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's called. I remember hearing about it, so I want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's the stoned ape theory, and it's that over like a lot of time, monkeys eating psychedelic mushrooms grew our brains like 10 times the speed that they would have normally grown at, and then we evolved into humans. So basically, like if some other creature was eating the mushrooms, then they might have evolved into humans. That's kind of
true. Also,
basis.
like as a
so what you're saying is we should buy a lizard,
feed
get a shit ton of psychedelic mushrooms, and we can have our own miniature Godzilla, right?
I feel like the scientific community would get mad at us. Like that's not an ethical experiment at all. You can't just.
Before we get into this though, Kong or Godzilla, pick a side.
Kong.
I like Kong better, but realistically, Godzilla should destroy him in a fight.
Okay.
No,
Kong?
Monkey.
I like King Kong better.
No,
like,
okay. I have
superpowered lizard.
I have a theory for why Kong would win as well.
Okay.
So when Godzilla was fighting the other monsters, right?
Yeah.
Godzilla and the other ones were both radioactive monsters. So each time they attacked each other with one of their radioactive attacks, it would charge the other monster up, and they would just keep going at it until their bodies were completely fucking worn out, right?
Okay.
So, but since Kong isn't a radioactive monster, he's just a big fucking monkey. More of the power Godzilla uses, the more worn out he's gonna get faster. While
part of me is thinking though, if Godzilla's hitting him with like radioactive powers, wouldn't that just give King Kong radiation poisoning? Like when you just start like doubling over, throwing up, and then getting cancer.
No,
I don't know. That's a good question, but that's part of my theory on why Kong would win is because for Godzilla doesn't have another monster to fight against him that's going to keep charging him up with radioactive attacks, right?
Yeah.
So the more of the power Godzilla uses, the less effective I think he'll become, and I think that's when Kong will overtake Godzilla.
Bro, I think that the most simple way to explain why King Kong might win is just he's smarter. He has a more developed brain. He's able to use like, tools and stuff. That's the easiest way to look at it.
Monkey.
Also, I've had this thing pull up on my phone for a couple minutes now because I saw it and I thought it was friggin' hilarious. I think it's on TikTok. I think it's on TikTok. This guy like posted a yacht, like he's selling it, and Giannis Antetokounmpo says, "I like it. Contact me on IG." And the guy responds, "What do you do for a living?" Back-to-back MVP of the NBA, and this dude's just like, "What do you do for a living?"
Okay, that's fantastic.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Speaking of boats and shit, sailboats.
Sailboats.
Oh,
sailboats.
Bubs. I think we need a whole episode for sailboats.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right, next week's episode, sailboats.
I have been thinking about it. We could build a sailboat in a backyard. Like, get the wood and build a sailboat.
I
Build
mean,
a sailboat.
I'll sit at
Yeah.
the side with a beer and oversee production.
He
We have
Ben,
the
Ben,
vicinities.
Ben will just sit back and drunkenly
Joe-
analyze what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on.
Jones is the analyst. Jones is the athlete. I'm just the analyst.
Yeah.
And Bugs
I
can
took
drop all the
construction classes.
materials. Bugs can drop all the materials.
Can drop
I
it
took
off.
construction classes. I know woodworking.
Yeah, I took tech in grade 9.
Yeah, wood. Screws.
Wood
I mean-
screws and shit.
I built a whole metric shit ton of decks. I can't speak.
We might need
So,
a new deck.
like-
You want to build mine?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm a very efficient deck builder. I send good deck picks too. But
Me too, dude. Me too. The
I don't
kids
know.
love
I feel like
playing on my dick.
I feel like we could make the hall, and then like it would just be a matter of investing in like the other parts for it, obviously. But I think like the hall could be fabricated by the boys, and then we could have a sailboat. You know?
And also learning how to build sailboat would be important.
Yes.
Yes, that'd be a good YouTube video to watch.
Yeah. That's
Like-
basically where you get all your shit from nowadays is YouTube and shit. If you need to learn something, you just search it up on YouTube and it's probably there.
Yeah, dude. All the
Dude,
shit I'm
it's
learning in
so
school right
helpful.
now could probably just find it on the internet without question.
Well, even when I was building my Jeep, like my dad and I would just Google. I'd be like, "Oh, how do we do this?" And of course, there's like some YouTube video on it, and it's a lot. Like it sucks that you got to Google stuff and you can't just figure it out, but it makes it so much easier than like reading a
Yeah.
manual.
Dude, what
Yeah.
the
And you
fuck?
get like,
Oh my
did
god. Okay. I just remembered this, but
yo,
and I think this is like the most wholesome thing. I forget what their names are on YouTube, but it's basically this. There's one of this guy and there's one of this girl, and they have to be in around their like 50s, I believe. But what they do is they'll put YouTube videos up for kids who like don't have a dad or a mom, and will
I saw that.
yeah,
and
I've seen
and,
that.
and and we'll teach them on YouTube like how to shave or something like that.
It's awesome.
And I think that's awesome.
Doing the
Pretty
Lord's
awesome.
work.
I could have fucking used that.
I'm not actually religious, but yeah. You know what? God, if you exist, I dare you to smite me right now.
Somebody have a zap.
I got like really nervous for a second there. I was looking up at the ceiling with a power pose, and I was
This is a great
sweating.
podcast. We're questioning religion in our first episode.
Fucking yeah. All right.
Dude,
We're
what
into it.
if-
Religion, boys. What do you think?
what if every religion is actually real, and you just go to whatever afterlife you believe in?
I mean, that's what they believe in. So why, like, each person believes.
Why
in their own
doubt it?
thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at my desk right now, and holy shit, I need to clean up.
Oh yeah, me too.
But why?
Oh.
But why do you need to clean it, Bubs? What are you gonna do?
Well,
on it?
because it's a fucking mess. I have 6 empty fucking liquor bottles that I need to organize on here. I got candy everywhere, pictures and shit. Legos.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only is he the dropout, but he's also the alcoholic.
A raging
Oh,
alcoholic.
dude, let's not talk about the empties in my room. My headboard, there's like 2 little cabinets in there. One of them is literally full of empty cans.
At least I'm
Nice.
organized with my empties.
I'm just
I
lazy.
got
Go downstairs.
I got
with them.
2 2-4s, the tall boys sitting in my recycling bin right now.
My desk is a mess too, though. I got like empty can, empty pill bottle, half-eaten bag of peanuts, Subway napkins, Subway
All right, boys.
coupons.
We're getting off track here.
Sorry. Yeah, where are we going with it? Bob Ross coloring book. Sorry.
Fun fact, I have a Bob Ross calendar.
It's cool. I got a few
Yo,
Yo,
shirts.
fun fact:
comic book.
my law professor looks like Bob Ross,
That's awesome.
but he's a G.
Oh, another
That's
thing on my
nice.
desk, I have beer scented soap. Not sure why.
Why?
I got
That
it.
Why?
is so you.
I got it for Christmas. I wonder if it actually smells like beer.
I mean,
I
like,
haven't
I'm
used
not
it.
complaining, but like, why?
I don't know. It's wrapped in some sort of paper that's like a plaid design. And that says the luxurious triple milled beer scented soap bar, hand wrapped in Portugal.
Very interesting.
I
Smells
like
like
that.
Play-Doh.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
not beer scented; it's Play-Doh scented.
Well, it's like I'm trying to smell it through the wrapper because there's like tiny little holes in it.
Ah,
Kind of
Alright,
smells like soap.
sorry.
Kind of smells like Play-Doh.
I just thought about this, and on this podcast, another thing that I'd like to talk about is like big upcoming shit that's coming up in the world, kind of thing, or like new movies coming out, or like big things in politics. I'd like to
well, to tie
get on that.
into Ben's little YouTube idea we had, I feel like we could do live reactions to stuff. You know what I mean? We could like,
Yeah.
since we were talking about when does the King Kong movie come out? We could totally watch that, and that'd be like, monkey. I'd be good with that.
You know, what'd be a really fun thing to do on a YouTube video. We should each individually take like a grade 5 quiz. I saw somebody else do this, and I want to steal the idea because it seems like
All
fun,
right.
and I think that would be really good for us to do. Like random, like different subjects and stuff on like a little grade 5 test, and see how much we can actually remember.
Dude, I'm good with that.
Definitely.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah, no, it's a Joe Santagato thing. I'm stealing from him, so shout out to that guy. He's
I
funny.
don't think Bubs is smarter than a fifth grader, though.
Guys,
Figure out.
gonna be honest, I don't have faith in myself.
Dude, one of my worst
Gonna be honest with
memories.
you, we're
fifth
playing a risky game here.
One of my worst memories from 5th grade. I found out about Minecraft, right? From Alec Howie. And I told Rowan about it, and he was like, I don't remember if he was like, oh, that sounds cool, or if he was like, oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that. And then it started to get really popular, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, I did this. And somebody came up to me one day, and they're like, dude, has Rowan told you about this game, Minecraft? It's like
I
when
remember.
it's like when you tell a joke and then somebody else says it louder and they get all the praise for it. It made me angry. I was
Yeah.
responsible for a
Oh.
whole new wave in our school for playing Minecraft, and
Bro.
Rowan got all the credit.
Okay, you can hate me all you want, but bring Scott as Minecraft back.
Sky does Minecraft.
Guy does Minecraft.
I mean,
That guy was my child.
what are you gonna watch? But what are we gonna watch them do now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, that's true. Bro,
we can just
okay.
play. I remember as a kid, like I used to watch because I didn't really know what to do. But like now that I'm good at the game, I would rather play than watch somebody else play. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
because
we can do like fun shit.
I remember. No, I remember being in a public school. In like the 5th, 6th grade, coming home, having some schoolwork to do, and just instead of doing schoolwork, hopping straight onto the computer and watching Sky Does Minecraft, because that shit made me laugh for hours.
All I know is I can't play Minecraft.
Yeah.
My laptop
Poor guy.
is so annoying. I was able to play it before, but then the modded stuff wouldn't work with the drivers I had, so I tried to get new drivers, and then they started to like conflict or something, and I can't play even vanilla anymore.
Yeah, but we used to play modded Minecraft like with that computer, so I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't know. I was getting like 1 frame per second, and Brandon's like, yeah, your drivers are definitely shit, or there's something wrong with your computer. Dude, we did like a
Very weird.
malware scan and got rid of shit. I deleted stuff off my computer.
Okay.
I stopped programs. Nothing's working.
All right. What do you think is easier? Keyboard or controller?
For
I
what?
think it depends on how you grew up, because I cannot play keyboard for the life of me, but I've been playing console since I was like that was all I
Yeah.
ever played.
If I'm
I
gonna play
feel
like
like
a
okay.
first-person shooter, I want a controller for sure. Of course, you can just
Okay, no,
plug that into your PC.
I feel like playing controller once you get to a certain level, it's very hard to get better at controller. Like you can have a very good mental part of the game, like knowing how players would move and stuff like that. But just using the controller, I feel like once you get to certain points, it's very hard to get better at using.
There's a lower ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Makes
But I
sense. Yeah.
mean, you can turn up your sensitivity and stuff, and then you can be super speed.
Yeah.
But definitely like PC, you're never going to be able to flick on a kid like PC kids can.
Yeah. I just don't really like the feel of the keyboard and mouse as much.
I feel like
Video games to me are controller. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I play on the PC, I don't know, like because I play Minecraft on my laptop, but I don't have a mouse. Like I play on a trackpad because I'm an idiot. So
Oh, I definitely play on a mouse with Minecraft.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like okay, playing with a controller makes me feel like it's time to relax and all that. But if I started playing on keyboard and mouse, I feel like I was going to work. You know? Does that make any sense?
Off to the office, launches Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Put in a hard day's work. 9-hour shift.
I don't know. I feel like if I like played, let's say, Modern Warfare on keyboard every day, I feel like I would eventually get pretty good at it.
Dude, I used to play MW2 local, just like 1v1, and we would just like flip to third person. You can do that. We would play
Yeah.
local third person, and it was honestly pretty fun. And then after a bit, you kind of get bored, and you're like, let's go back to first person, and it's just so weird.
Probably.
it's like
The weird,
playing Skyrim. You just switch out to third person.
dude, I don't use third person on Skyrim. I'm like always first person.
I don't. Yeah, same here.
Well, when
Video
I
games.
played, I would play
Another
first
thing.
person.
Another thing we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, video games for sure.
Hey, speaking of video games, have you guys have probably seen it, the new pistol that's coming to Modern Warfare,
Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
Warzone.
Warzone.
I don't fucking have Modern Warfare anymore either.
Okay,
Can't play
well,
I need space.
Ben, if you don't know, there's a pistol coming out
All right.
that can either be fully automatic or semi-automatic. Akimbo,
Like
obviously.
a attachment.
But here's the kicker: it can hold an 80-round mag.
Jesus Christ, man. Going full auto with an 80-round mag on a handgun?
Akimbo. Think about that.
That's that's gonna be so overpowered. Like it's not gonna be fair to anybody.
New meta. Here it comes.
Every time they add a gun into a Call of Duty, it's just super overpowered. Like remember when the Fennec was
I
first
think it's
added?
fun.
The
I
SPR.
think it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun for a bit, and then but if you don't have it,
They do
then
it on purpose.
yeah,
They do it because they're like,
play the game
oh,
more.
everyone's gonna want to use this gun. Everyone's gonna want to play real quick because this gun's overpowered, and then everyone uses it for like 2 weeks, and then they nerf it into the ground, and then people start trying to find other guns.
Yeah,
They do it
like
on purpose.
SPR,
It's a
when it first
strategy.
came, SPR Modern Warfare when it first came out was the fastest of like all the marksman sniper rifles, and it was one of the strongest as well. So it was just ridiculous. I still use
Shit
it
was
though.
fun though.
I still use it. It's still fast.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal now. Like it's just a good weapon to use still. It's not overpowered. It's not nerfed into the ground. It's just good.
And I feel
Okay.
like they don't do that a lot. They either nerf a gun into the ground or they like keep it overpowered. So I feel like they did a good job balancing the SPR.
Yeah.
because I run it like my search class is a car and an SPR, and I just switch back and forth.
Yeah, I use like SPR and P5.
Okay, you know what's one of the greatest feelings in video games? Multiplayer video games.
Yeah.
All right.
Is when you're up against a high-level kid that plays on PC and you kick his ass. To me, that is the greatest feeling life can give.
Bro, like we did a free for all snipers only, and I beat Christian and everyone else. Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's like he always talked all this shit, and we did like a free
Bro.
for all snipers only on Rust, and I won. I beat him.
Makes you feel great.
Yo,
The fact that Brandon sucks at sniping and he's on PC is just.
he tries too hard.
But he tries. Oh yeah.
So like sometimes, so he'll either get like beauty snipes or he'll miss like an easy one because he tries way too hard.
Yeah. Okay. Watching Brendo play sometimes is really funny because like he'll like shit the bed and like search and destroy for like one round, and it's like, Brendan, just use an AR instead of 2 snipers, and then we see him use an AR. Is like, okay, switch back to snipers.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that once. Apparently, what he says is that snipers are much easier to use on PC, but it's harder to use like fully automatic guns.
Yeah, because of the recoil, it's harder to
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like that's why he burst fires all the time because it's easier to control that way.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
But I mean, he's an Arma kid, so you think he'd be used to it?
yeah,
Or you just plug a controller in if you needed to.
I mean, I feel like
You
if
know.
he started to use the ARs more and more, he would like get really good at the recoil control. But
Hey, Brennan's like actually really good at first person shooters though. Like when he's using like a controller, he's really good. Like he used to kick
I don't know
everyone's
why,
ass playing 360.
but now he has too much pride in this PC.
No, yeah, like that's what he grew up playing though was like Xbox 360. So he got like
Yeah.
really good at like Halo Reach and like COD. He was ridiculous. Like he was like Chad level good, maybe even better.
For context, our friend Chad is absolutely cracked at Modern Warfare.
He's pretty damn good.
Like Buddy is Justin for Modern Warfare. Okay. I feel
Bird.
like we have some more intro. I think we can do some more intro. I think we can give some more context about us and what we're going to be doing here. I think we've been blabbing a lot, but I feel like that's what this podcast is going to be. It's going to be just off-topic conversations, but
getting
Change
carried
the name.
away.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, Bubs,
Yo,
what are some of your things you've been up to since you've dropped out of school a couple months ago?
absolutely dick all. That's
Nothing productive.
dude. I wake up in the afternoon practically.
Yep. He beat
Sometimes the
Assassin's Creed
morning.
Valhalla already.
Yep. And I'll sit there and be like, all right, let's go watch a movie. Wait a second, I've already seen all the movies on Netflix.
Bubs, what you could do is you could do like a MCU marathon. You can rewatch all those.
Fun fact, already did that.
You son of a bitch. I've been slowly.
Yep.
doing that.
Well, you told us you hadn't seen The Hobbit, so go watch all the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies.
True.
I could do that. Yeah, that's
Of course.
true.
The Hobbit movies are kind of bloated with Lord of the Rings stuff that wasn't in the book. Like,
Hey,
what-
they're
Dude,
still good
why is
movies. Don't
is
shit on them.
I mean, okay.
Because Orlando Bloom is a sick character. Okay, that's why.
Orlando Bloom has played some beauty characters, dude. Legolas, Will Turner, Paris from Troy. Actually, that character was kind of a bitch.
Pirates
but
of the Caribbean. Fuck.
yeah, dude, those
Why
movies
is
are
all the
fun.
rum gone?
The first two,
Bro.
I think, were definitely the best, but the other ones are still fun.
Bro, I don't care what
No,
anyone says. Johnny Depp will forever be my favorite person of all time.
Gained a lot of respect for Paul Rudd. For Paul.
Paul
me.
Rudd. All right.
Yo, I love Paul Rudd though.
On a side note, Paul Rudd, absolute G.
Absolute beauty. You ever seen like behind the scenes shit? Like he was on set for like Ant-Man or something. He's in the suit and he's just acting like he's C-3PO.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah, like he's doing like the arm and leg movements and it actually looks like the real thing. He's like, I'm C-3PO.
Yeah,
Have you
so
guys seen that picture of Heath Ledger kick flipping over Christian Bale on the set of The Dark Knight?
That's awesome.
And they're
Yes,
in
I
costume.
have seen
Like
that.
he's in full Joker costume and Christian's in full Batman costume. And he's popping a fucking kick flip over him.
That's sick. Man, I gotta see like the 80s Batman. Like with Michael Keaton.
No, you don't.
Dude,
no,
a lot
you
of
really
people,
don't.
a lot of people say Michael Keaton was the best Batman.
No, Ben, no. Everyone agrees it's Christian. They
Not everybody. I think it's more about like how old you are, what you grew up with. Like we're more like into like the Christian Bale Dark Knight stuff. And the Dark Knight,
Yeah.
like the second movie, was probably at least one of the best Batman movies. Probably the best one.
Yeah.
But like people who are older than us, they grew up with Michael Keaton. They loved him. They thought he was great.
Val Kilmer. There's a bunch of them though. That's the problem. You got Clooney. You got
Adam West.
Val. Yeah, well, that's pow, boom, kick,
Yeah, like
punch.
weird like comic campy style. Dude, people did not like the ones with Clooney though.
No, because then you have bat boobs. Didn't his
Yeah,
suit
yeah,
have like tits?
This suit had nipples.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. It's very nice to see you. Time to chill out. Chill out.
Oh,
Classic, very corny one-liners.
That's
Love it.
that's the kind of movie where I want to just like get really like fucked up and watch it just for the jokes.
Yeah.
Because it was so.
sorry, Jones. My brain just blanked. What'd you ask me earlier again?
What you've been doing since you dropped out of school, I think.
Right.
I think
'cause
that was the
wanna
last
talk
question
about
I
that
asked you.
more. Right. I almost forgot.
Okay.
I want to, since I have so much time on my hands, I want to start learning how to play the guitar. That's one thing I want to
That'd
do.
be cool. Yeah.
I mean, I have so much time on my hands that I should probably get like a schedule going where like I should go for a run, then practice on the guitar
Yeah, that'd be cool. You should do that.
type shit.
Productive.
Not stay up until 5 a.m.
Yeah, not do that.
I think one of the main
Yeah,
things that I
so,
would like to
dude.
learn is sign language. Sign language would be awesome to know.
Yeah, I think I'm good, but I see where your point is.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Like at some point, like there's probably a point like in your life where you're gonna have an encounter where it would be nice to know it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
And for that one encounter, you're gonna dedicate hundreds of hours.
No,
my
like that.
sister
Good
knows
idea.
a little bit of sign language, but that's it's only a little bit. So
yeah, like when I was at LCBO, like I had a deaf guy come up, so I had to like write. I didn't know he was deaf, so I tried to say something to him, and he just kind of pointed to his ear, and he's like, "No." So I had to like write on a piece of paper for a second. But it would have been. That's the kind of thing where like I think they would appreciate it if more people knew sign language. Assuming
yeah,
you
that's
know
true.
sign language.
Depends on what industry you're gonna get into as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Or even
so
maybe
I feel like it could help some people, but
or even maybe like down the line, maybe like one of your parents starts to lose their hearing, you could both learn like sign language so it's easier to communicate.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
sign language with my deaf dad would just be him punching me and like trying to talk to me. He'd be like,
It would be
"Figure
him,
it out."
it'd be him talking about
Yo.
the moms at your preschool trying to hit him up. Or is that your elementary school?
That funny joke, Ben. Ha 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 ha.
I thought it was funny when he was trying to talk about that to us.
It was elementary school, but he wasn't lying. Like, it did happen.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
like what did
He
Boyd
would
say?
just be around.
That?
Well, his thing was that he would always take me to like school or whatever, and like my mom would like It's not that like my mom wasn't there for stuff sometimes, but like I don't know, if they didn't see her, then they would have maybe just assumed that he was a single father, and then
Yeah.
But I mean, he's young too, right? Like he's only 40, 45. Like he's like I'm only
Wow,
20,
really?
so
I
he was
didn't know that.
yeah, like he's a young buck. So when I was in like elementary school, like if I was 10, he would have only been 35. No,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know. Something about
yeah, that
calling
makes
your
sense.
dad a young buck is just weird to me.
Yeah, all the moms are sitting like, who is this guy? I would like to pork him.
You really just say pork?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
I think guys do the porking, Ben. But I mean, that's up to you to decide. Like
I
to
mean,
each their own.
I mean, hey, we don't know what his girlfriend's into.
yeah, they're
I'm not. Hey, I'm not judging. You do you.
it's not gay if it's a girl doing it, right?
Yeah.
Think
So,
about
Another
it.
podcast.
Let's say that.
All right.
All right, who wants to talk about Spider-Man?
I keep fucking want to talk about something, but my mind blanks out and I forget.
Sounds like the Bubs I
that
know.
happens to you. Yeah, that happens to you like every 10 minutes, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
What was it? Science related, alcohol related, video game related,
Sport related.
strap on related.
Nope, not that one. That one is that one got the X.
That
I
one's
think
out
we
the
could-
window.
In the last little bit here, we could talk about some future episodes to get people excited for. Like I think we can talk. I think we could have an episode dedicated to the new Spider-Man movie coming out, like with all that might be the Spider-Verse. Like that would be cool.
Yep.
They haven't released
Yep.
much on that, so we could talk about like our theories or stuff. I definitely see some Star Wars related episodes in the future. We can
Guaranteed.
commentate about our opinions on sequels and prequels and originals and such, and praise
And the new
Clone
shows
Wars, as
coming out.
always. Yeah. Oh, we can talk about the chick getting fired from The Mandalorian.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I saw the headline, but
That's very political, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not educated enough on the topic
I'll have
yet
to read
to
into
have an
that.
opinion. but-
Okay. Yeah.
Well, what else do you want to make episodes on, boys? On a brighter note here.
we can do
Like as I said, like scientific shit. I feel like that we would understand at least.
yeah, some science stuff, sports stuff, superhero stuff, other nerd
Space.
stuff.
I want to get into space shit.
Space stuff is fun.
Yeah.
Space stuff is wild.
Okay. We're gonna leave this for another episode. But one thing I want to talk about is the FBI releasing documents about aliens and shit. That's all I want to say about it. But that's a podcast I want to get into.
That'd be a good one.
Great episode.
Basically, for anybody listening, this is going to be all over the place podcast. So if you want to go along the ride with us and just talk about random life events to do with pretty much anything, then stay tuned, I would say.
Stay tuned. If you want to hear some bad jokes, I'll be here.
Usual. You want to? I don't know. I don't know what I'm here for. Drop out.
Comic relief.
Yeah, that's about it.
I think we cover a lot of bases. You know what I mean? I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that could be interested in a lot of different things. And
Yeah, I think there's a little something for everybody.
All right.
Fair enough. Good.
So
good intro, boys. I think we covered a lot of bases. Talked about a lot of shit.
yeah,
Rambled on.
it's almost been an hour.
We're almost getting there. But yeah,
Yeah.
boys. I think I had a good time.
Anything else we need to cover?
Good chat.
Anything else we need to cover? Is that it for today?
Benny, you got any final comments?
I look good today, and everybody is not seeing it. So I'm sorry about that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Well,
face.
maybe
The
when
rest of me looks like shit. I look like melted ice cream.
may, maybe when COVID's over, we can video record these podcasts.
Yeah, I look like melted ice
That'd be
cream.
Sit all together.
that'd be something that I would like.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, we can all the stuff we're
what
all
else?
together.
Jones, anything on your side?
I'm just excited. I think we'll make some good episodes. I think it'll be a fun little project for us to do, and I'm excited to get these out and have people listen to them. But
You want to talk about
that's
how
all
much
I
you
gotta
hate
say.
Tom Brady?
You know what? I don't hate him anymore, and that's going to be the cliffhanger for today's episode.
Why
That
does he hate Tom Brady anymore? Why did he hate him in the first place? Stay tuned.
Pretty much.
Stay
so,
tuned to the next episode of The Analyst, The Athlete, and The Dropout.
Yeah, I mean, I think is that all for this episode today, boys?
Wrap us up, Bubs. I think we're good.
Alrighty, so I know we were a little bit all over the place and everything, but probably get everything all sorted out in more episodes. But I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we'll hopefully see you in the next episode.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Have a good one.